some groups gathered outside the International Criminal Court to give voice to the victims of extrajudicial killings during the administration of former President Rodrigo Duterte. And now let's check in the latest in the Netherlands. We have our Morning Matters host, Gretchen Hostel, reporting to us there live. Hi, Gretchen. What can you tell us this morning?
Morning to you, Pauline. That's right. That happened just a few hours ago. It was a chilly and quiet evening at The Hague in Netherlands, yet there were voices that disrupted the silence. Progressive groups gathered right in front of the ICC detention center in The Hague Penitentiary to give a voice to the victims of the Duterte administration's war on drugs. And together, they shouted the refrain,
Pinaglalaban po namin ngayon dito ang hustisya para naalala po ng mga Pilipino na hindi po ito tungkol sa
In a candle lighting and prayer vigil held last night, human rights advocates read the names of those who perished during the drug war and are still seeking for justice. Althea Barbon, 4 years old, suffered the same fate when police fired at her and her father while they were on a motorcycle. Police claims the father was a drug dealer. And the most prominent of these cases is Kian de los Santos.
Pinaglalaban po namin ngayon dito ang hustisya para naalala po ng mga Pilipino na hindi po ito tungkol sa mga tao, hindi ito tungkol sa mga personality politics na tinatawag nila, kundi tungkol sa mga taong namatay noong Duterte administration. Ilaban nila yun eh. Trinahin nilang ilaban sa pulis na sabihin na hindi po ito mga adik, hindi po ito, lalo na yung mga bata, hindi po sila kasama sa war on drugs, mga inosenteng tao po ito. Pero wala pong nakinig sa kanilang mga kwento. Tingin po nila pagdating sa hustisya sa Pilipinas na walang mararating yung mga kaso nila. Kaya nung malaman nila na nakarating na sa ICC at nung nangyari yung pagdating ng Interpol sa Pilipinas nung Wednesday, medyo nagkaroon sila ng konting tuwa na may nakarinig na mga hinaing namin.
Patricia Enriquez, who has been living in the Netherlands for about 9 years now, is a community organizer, social worker, and student in the Netherlands. She represents Gabriela in Holland. Enriquez says that while she understands the pro-Duterte supporters, that does not invalidate the existence of deaths due to the drug war.
Marami talaga ang mga supporters. Naiintindihan naman po namin bakit po sila naniniwala kay Pangulong Duterte at nung panahon ng administrasyon niya, kung nakaramdam po sila ng ginhawa ng buhay, hindi naman po namin inaalis sa kanila yon na nagkaroon po sila, sabi nilang they felt safe, yan po yung mga sinasabi nila. Pero hindi naman po yun yung pinag-uusapan. Ang pinag-uusapan po dito ay yung mga namatay. So magkaibang issue po yun. So yun po yung gusto namin ipalabas. Naiintindihan namin na maganda buhay niyo noon, sige, pero ibang usapan po yung mga namatay, yung mga bata, yung mga civilian na namatay. So, kahit mukhang marami sila, meron at meron naninindigan para sa hustisya dito. At all over the world, marami ng protestang dahan-dahan na nag-oorganisa para paglaban ng human rights at hustisya.
Menandro Abanes, who teaches sociology in the Netherlands and is a member of Filipinos Against Corruption and Tyranny, recalls his experience meeting the mom of a victim of extrajudicial killings.
Si Aldrin Castillo, yeah.
Ano po ito?
Siya ay anak ni Ma'am Nenet. At siya ay naging biktima. At nasa labas siya. At yun, binaril dahil suspected nga sa droga.
Taga saan po si Aldrin?
Taga Tondo. Ang kwento niya ay kwento sa akin ng kanyang nanay. No? Kasi yung nanay niya pumunta dito at nakilala ko ang nanay at hinagpis ng isang nanay. Isa siya sa mga nag-file ng kaso dyan sa ICC. Noong 2017, pumunta sila dito. At para patunayan sa ICC na mayroong ang totoong mga biktima.
Even if it saddens him that the former president needs to be taken to the International Criminal Court, Menandro thinks this is the only way to obtain real justice.
I think ito lang talaga yung venue na pwede nating asahan kung saan ang hustisya ay pwedeng makamtan sa ganitong mga kaso. Kasi kung sa Pilipinas, alam natin na may galamay pa rin, may kapangyarihan pa rin, may impluwensya pa rin ang mga Duterte. Nakakalungkot pero wala eh. ang kagandahan sa international organizations, international institutions, ay talagang pinapahalagahan nila ang hustisya, objective trial, fair trial, at isang due process para sa makita talaga ang katotohanan. Bilang Pilipino, likas sa atin maawain, forgiving, pinalaki tayo sa katolikong pamamaraan, yung makapagpatawad, sabi nga, pag sinampal ka, ibigay mo pa yung isa. Pero pagka sa akin, habang tinitingnan ko si Digong, habang mga sinasabi niya sa media na handa niyang harapin to, kasi ginawa niya ito, dapat daw gawin to, wala akong nakikitang remorse. Wala akong nakikitang yung bang pagsisisi. So I think ito ang paraan na humarap siya sa isang trial para kahit papaano siguro mapang-isip niya kung anong mga ginawa niya at may konsekwensya sa anumang ginawa mo dito sa mundo. Walang kapayapaan pag walang hustisya.
That was Menandro and Patricia, two voices here from progressive and human rights groups fighting for the victims of the drug war of the former president. They are speaking on their behalf, and they did address a lot of the concerns. For example, the 43 cases presented to the ICC chamber, we asked that kung totoo ba yung mga nasa listahan nila, because nga there has been doubt casted, especially with what happened to the doctor that was claimed to be an EJK death, but disproved by his son. Ang sabi naman nila ay nag-apologize na, nagkaintindihan na, pero there's also this culture of impunity that caused that. And another thing is that the 43 cases, they say, are the strongest cases, a representative sample of the whole the drug war. And the important thing is for the ICC, the judges, to be able to understand or see if there is an actual system or a pattern that was held by the former administration and legalized through the government. Pauline?
Okay, well, Gretchen, do you have any updates as well on former President Duterte's legal team? I understand ES Medialdea met with him during the day there in the Netherlands. What's the latest on that?
The update that we have for today is Attorney Harry Roque going live on his Facebook account and clearing something about the Vice President, that she will not be part of the legal counsel anymore, particularly because there is a provision in the Constitution that bars that from happening, bars her from serving as a lawyer to anyone while being a public official. So we have yet to get that exact provision in the Constitution, pero yun ang sinabi nila, Polino, dahil hindi siya pwedeng mag-practice habang siya ay isang opisyales. So the Vice President will not be part of the defense team, but what we have, or who we have confirmed, is Attorney Nicholas Kaufman so far.
Well, speaking of former presidential spokesperson Harry Roque, Gretchen, he did mention he plans to seek asylum there in the Netherlands. But is that really possible?
Well, Attorney Harry Roque can file for asylum with the Netherlands, but it's not going to be easy. If you take a look at the website of Netherlands, the government.nl, you would see that Minister Faber, the Minister of the Commission in charge of asylums and immigration, has tightened the acceptance of asylum seekers because they say that they don't have space, that it is related to the rising costs in housing, in health, and education. They are not able to cater to that demand, and the lines are long for asylum seekers. So if you ask if it's possible, it is possible, but as to how difficult it is, it will probably be very tight, especially with the policies or the direction of the Dutch government.
And Gretchen, what about for our Senator Robin Padilla joining VP Sara and Attorney Harry Roque there in The Hague? I mean, malinaw na ba kung ano daw yung magiging role niya dyan at when is he planning to return to the Philippines?
So, Pauline, yesterday we were reporting Senator Robin Padilla trying to visit the former president outside the ICC detention facility. He was there, he was hanging around, he was talking to the Filipinos visiting and showing their support to the former president. And we asked him what his basis was to visit the former president. And he said there's a sheet that says political allies can come and visit. But we got a hold of the rules right here. This is from the Philippine Embassy. These are rules on the ICC registry, and it says that I think it has provisions for only two kinds of visits. The number one is counsel, and the other one is family. Actually, hindi pala two. Meron pang diplomatic or consular representatives. And the detained person can also refuse to see their visitor. So, wala dito na tayo nakikita na political ally. I'm not sure what kind of sheet that the senator has seen. Pero dito sa sa piece of paper na to, yung visits by counsel, ang nakalagay dito, ang permitted for regular visits is the counsel. So the family has to apply for permission every single day, but the one that will be given access regularly would be the council. So that I think is not the privilege anymore that the vice president will be having, since she is not going to see the former president as counsel, but now as a family member.
I mean, yeah, as it is already, it's very hard already for a family member to see the former president, right? So all the more for a political ally like Senator Robin Padilla. But Gretchen, talking about the supporters, how long do they plan on staying there in the Netherlands and staging all these demonstrations, whether they're pro or anti Mr. Duterte?
Tinatanong nga natin yan, kung gaano katagal, kasi sabi, medyo mahaba pa yung laban na ito dahil maaaring tumagal ng taon. Yung kahit yung buong proseso ng confirmation of charges until the pre-trial and the trial itself. Ang tinanong natin sa kanila kung gaano katagal, sabi nila as long as they can, as far as they can go. And the ones that we met a while ago had work over the weekend because there were protest rallies doon sa Maliveld Park kasama ng mga pro-Duterte supporters. May humabol kanina sa labas. Sabi nila may trabaho sila pero isang araw lang sila pwedeng bumisita. So I guess it's becoming quite a trend. The Filipinos coming over here without any official gathering. Talagang dun lang sila sa labas. Gusto lang nila makita yung detention facility, gusto nila sumigaw ng Duterte. Tapos yung pagdating naman dun sa anti, if you could see, these are actually OFWs also living here. They represent different groups. So they are quite active on that front. Human rights activists joining the rally a while ago. They had a candle lighting and prayer vigil. Yun din parang as long as they can. Hindi rin nila masabi kung gaano katagal, pero whatever they can to give a voice to the Filipinos back home that they represent. So kanya-kanya silang dala, kanya-kanya silang bandera, at kanya-kanya rin silang yung mga placards at mga pangalan. At talagang mukhang dinadala din nila yung mga kanilang mga kapamilya at mga kaibigan to make it a family affair, to make it a barkada affair outside the detention facility of the ICC.
Well, it is still a long journey ahead, but for now, thank you very much for your report. That was Morning Matters host Gretchen Ho reporting live to us from the Netherlands.